Just a fortnight on from the 2023 season opener, the Yamaha R3 Blue Crew European Championship headed into the second staging of its Catalonia round, with the first visit to Barcelona for almost 2 years. It was the number 27, Aldi Satya Mahendra, who impressed by taking pole position with an advantage of over 0.4 of a second in Superpole from the number 96, Mark Vick. And it was the lead duo on the grid who both made flying starts, quickly opening a lead of over 1.5 seconds to the rest of the train, scrapping from third place down. Ivan Plandu, silver medalist at the 2022 Super Finale, opened his European Championship account with a 7th place finish in Assen, and he held the same position at the end of the opening lap of race 1 in Barcelona, only to come to grief at turn 1, his second consecutive retirement. Up at the front, a larger group gradually formed, with more and more riders capitalising on the longest start-finish straight of the season and the back straight run to turn 10 to bridge the gap. Championship leaders Emiliano Urcolani and Kevin Fontana, plus the Dutch round's Race 2 winner Gustavo Manso, had joined the early leaders by lap 2. Then Kritipak Kenkum and Dorian Julin closed in on lap 4. A Super Finale competitor in Portimao in October, Julin earned his place on the 2023 European Championship grid for finishing second in the last French Supersport 300 series. And it was a strong showing from the 16-year-old to hit the ground running after missing the opening round of this season due to appendicitis. In a spectacular start to lap 7, the group went 7 abreast. Assen podium finisher Eduardo Burr now within touching distance of them to form the 8-rider group that would battle it out to the finish. Aldi Satya Mahendra already showed his liking for the Barcelona circuit with his debut in the World Championship at the Catalonia round last season. And the 16-year-old led no less than 7 laps over the line in race 1, including the penultimate lap. But the number 9 Emiliano Urcolani timed his move to perfection, surging through from 5th to 1st. Mahendra recovered top spot down the back straight and into turn 10. Number 19 Julin successfully defending 3rd place against reigning European number 2 Fontana on the 26 bike. A bobble for Fontana then sent Mark Vick wide, restricting him to 6th. In a close finish, Mahendra held on ahead of Urcolani, but a post-race penalty for irresponsible riding pushed the Indonesian back to 2nd. 2 wins in 3 races for Urcolani.
I'm very happy for this race, and I fight on Sainz first lap and last lap. And in the finish line, I'm 2nd, but Mahendra is penalized, and I win this race.
Race 2, 4 hours later, saw largely the same lead runners, Aldi Satya Mahendra and Gustavo Manso trading blows at the head of the field, but this time the front-running group comprised 14 riders. Among them, Thailand's Turaki Buapa on the number 57, a relatively experienced hand at 19 years of age and with 9 race starts in the Asia Talent Cup to his name. Buapa was a steady scorer at the Dutch round, but had crashed out of 9th place on the final 2 turns of race 1 in Catalonia. At the second time of asking, he was willing to take to the grass at the start of lap 4 to remain in touch. 15-year-old Jaden Martin put in one of his best rides yet. The West Australian in his first international season was chasing his first top 10 finish, and he came from over 4 seconds down, setting a new fastest lap in the process to join the pack. Unfortunately though, Martin was later ruled out by a turn 3 crash. In his second season at this level, 56 Valentin Arnaud is now a much more experienced contender. He extended his run of top 10 finishes in 2023 with a determined ride, pushing his way into the thick of the action on lap 7. But the favourites remained Manso and Mahendra. Each time they were deposed from the front, they fought their way back through in dogged fashion, so they were still the men to beat with just over 2 laps remaining. Both were squeezed out, though, at the start of that penultimate lap and wedged to the inside line as the pack came round them. Christian Stringhetti also dropping back as he got off the line at turns 1 and 2. Instead, it was Eduardo Burr, one of only 2 riders who competed in the inaugural Catalonia round back in the 2023 lineup, who capitalised on his experience to lead late on. His tenure at the front too was short-lived, another victim of the 1,047-metre start-finish straight. Dorian Jullin was now in the hot seat after this latest round of musical chairs. But Gustavo Manso would not be denied, and he made a crucial move on Jullin that would hand him his second win in 3 races. Kevin Fontana went the other side of the number 19, meanwhile, on his way to a 3rd podium of the campaign. While those two duelled up front, Stringhetti collected the back of Mahindra at turn 6 and went down heavily, thankfully escaping with only bruises to his ankle. Mahindra did well to return to the circuit, but was ruled out of the leading battle and relegated to just 13th. Into the best remaining overtaking opportunity, Emiliano Ercolani and Mark Vick were well placed to strike, but Gustavo Manso held firm, banging bars with Ercolani to keep him behind, and Vick ran out of road on an ambitious outside pass, slotting into 5th as the top 3 broke away. Vick picked off Jullin for 4th, but that was the only change, as Ercolani left it too late to duck out of the slipstream, almost going up the back of Manso and ultimately running out of time to make the pass for top spot. Despite missing the opening race of the season, he's now moved to 2nd in the championship.
So Assen was so difficult to me. I lost the race 1, but I win the race 2, and here in Barcelona, at the training I'm not so fast. In the race 1 I get the 4th place. So to the championship it's good, but nothing better to make a victory in a new track to me. So very happy with this victory. Now we have good points to the championship.
A high-scoring start to the campaign with 2 wins apiece for Ercolani and Manso, 3 podiums for Fontana. But it is Ercolani who heads with a 20-point cushion to his home round in Misano next month.